Kevin Sinclair lives with his family on the shore of Judson Lake in Abbotsford. On this March afternoon, his check of the lake shows no trumpeter swans on the water. They've all left on spring migration. But for the past 7 years, a walk like this from his house down to the water has often meant the discovery of dead or dying trumpeter swans.
Well, we moved here January of 2000, and that was the first major die-off, and we came out here and it was like, there's just carcasses all over the place.
And that was just the beginning. Since that time, more than 1,800 dead trumpeter swans have been recovered from Judson Lake.
The die-offs just got bigger and bigger. Last year, we had 400 dead, well, the last 2 years, 400 dead swans that they found. That's just the ones they found.
And the cause of this wildlife disaster is lead shot from many decades of hunting. The swans search for small pieces of grit to aid in digestion, and when they ingest lead shot, they suffer a slow and agonizing death.
The swans, they get weak and they'll drown in the lake, so to avoid drowning, they crawl onto the shore, and we come across piles of feathers from coyotes tearing them apart, or the eagles get them.
In winter, the lake is home to hundreds of trumpeter swans, and it's a species that was nearly hunted to extinction in the last century.
When they fly over the house, you can hear the wind swooshing under their wings, and they're bugling to each other, like they're called trumpeters for a reason, and they're just amazing creatures.
After years of watching the swans, Kevin Sinclair is convinced that they're getting the lead shot mostly from Judson Lake. But during the winter, the swans spend their daytime feeding hours in fields on both sides of the border, and wildlife agencies have been reluctant to point to Judson Lake as the prime source of lead poisoning. And after they discovered large amounts of lead in the U.S. side of the lake last year, American officials built this shelter and started scaring birds away from Judson this winter. That resulted in fewer swans dying, but the long-term solution may be a political one, getting lead shot banned completely.
Lead shot's been banned for waterfowl hunting, but it's legal for all other forms of hunting. So not only are hunters not complying with the ban on lead shot, but they're blasting it all over wetlands, fields, and swans pick it up there as well as in these sites like this.
And on top of that, there's estimated to be over 500 tons a year of lead lost from fishing gear. That, combined with the shotgun shells, makes for a big environmental impact.
Environment Canada says 250,000 waterfowl die from lead shot every year. And the only way to stop these die-offs from happening is to stop manufacturing and selling lead shot.
In Abbotsford, this is Keith Dobie for The Express.